Hi everybody from Agoura Fitness and wonderful yoga students. I am so excited to have such an incredibly dedicated group, and I'm not just saying that. I really mean that. After teaching for 25 years plus, which I have been doing, I naturally get burned out from teaching, and it's really inspiring to have such an amazing group of people like you are. And you're sacrificing a little more sleep on a Sunday morning or whatever else you could be doing and dragging your body to yoga because somewhere deep down you know that it's good for you. Somewhere you know that this is going to be helping you. So I'm really honored that you're making the time and the effort. And as promised, I wanted to deepen, a lesson a little bit more through a little video message so that you can apply what you're about to hear now and start using it in yoga. Because in the course of a class, I can't always touch upon all the things that I want to touch upon. So today, I wanted to talk about the breathing. Now, there are many different types of breathing in yoga. There's at least 6 or 7 particular types of breathing techniques that are used. But the most common, especially in the type of yoga that we are doing, which is more of an athletic type of yoga, there is one type of breathing called Ujjayi breath. Basically, it means in Sanskrit, victorious breath. And Ujjayi breath has many, many benefits. And it's hard for people to learn to breathe properly just from what I'm saying. So I want you to practice. Now I'm going to demonstrate afterwards, and we're going to do it together. And then you can, when you come to class next time, you can start applying what you're learning today here with me. Ujjayi breath has many benefits. So I want to touch upon 2 of the benefits before we get into practicing it together. One of the benefits is because of the constriction in the back of the throat that happens when we do Ujjayi breath. And you've heard me talk about it as ocean breathing, or it sounds like the waves in the ocean. Well, it comes from a certain constriction in the back of the throat, and I'll demonstrate how we get that sound afterwards. But the blessing with that, one of the 2 big benefits, is that it heats up the body. It heats up the inside of the body, which is really important when we're practicing yoga, because we're going very deep in our stretches and we're stimulating not just the muscles and the entire physical body, we're stimulating and reharmonizing the brain as well. But also the organs. We're helping the organs function properly. So the heating up from the inside out is important, and Ujjayi really helps that. Now the second huge important issue with Ujjayi, which I love, is that it directly influences a nerve that's called the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is one of 12 cranial nerves that go from the cranial all the way down into the gut. It's a very long one. I might wonder maybe it's one of the longest ones in the body. And the vagus nerve, when we do Ujjayi breath, it influences and stimulates the vagus nerve. Now, why is that important? It's important because when the vagus nerve gets stimulated, it's directly related to your parasympathetic nervous system. Now, your autonomic nervous system has the parasympathetic nervous system, right? It's here, and the sympathetic nervous system. So your autonomic nervous system has the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system, which is what gets switched on and dominant when you practice Ujjayi breath. That is what is controlling your nervous system, keeping it calm, relaxed, feeling good, coherent, balanced. It balances the left and the right hemisphere. It helps you have growth and repair, cellular repair, renewal in the body, rejuvenation, wholeness, coherence, keeps you organized. The sympathetic nervous system is the part that gets switched on when you're in fight or flight mode or survival mode. Basically, when hormones of stress are taking over. And we need both, right? The survival, the sympathetic nervous system, as an example. It gets turned on when, let's say, you're on the freeway and you see a car starting to come into your lane. So you honk the horn, right? And you try to swirl your car away. It's instinct. It's an immediate instinctual reaction to save yourself, basically, fight or flight, right? So that's your sympathetic nervous system that's kicking in and becoming dominant at that moment. But your parasympathetic nervous system is what is switched on and dominant when you are in a very kind of blissful, relaxed, harmonious state. And that's when your immune system stays strong. Okay, to keep a healthy immune system, the parasympathetic nervous system needs to be switched on most of the time. So we need both, but in order for you to stay healthy and for your body to renew the way it's supposed to renew, you want to be having the parasympathetic nervous system switched on. Besides, it feels so damn good. So you want to have that switched on as much as possible. So when you practice yoga, no matter what condition you're coming into class with, when you start practicing Ujjayi in the way that we're going to do together right after this, you are going to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system to become dominant. So your body can heal, right? So you think of it, your gut, every 3 to 4 days, the lining of your gut changes. It gets renewed. The cells are constantly renewing themselves. This is your body. You're not the same body you were a week ago. It's constantly changing. So in order to stay healthy and to be able to, fight off bacteria and all kinds of things that are hitting us, you need to keep a healthy immune system and a calm, clear mind as much as possible. So when we practice Ujjayi, it kind of sounds like, some people call it the Darth Vader breath, because it kind of sounds like Darth Vader, if you know that character. Or you could imagine that you're fogging up a window or a mirror. Now, if you take a deep breath in, do it with me. Breathe in through your nose, just normal breath. Now I want you to fog up a mirror. Pretend you have a mirror or a window. You hear your breath? You hear it kind of sounds like the ocean? Doesn't it have a little bit of that ocean sound, right? Like you're whispering or ocean sound. Let's do it again. Just take a normal inhale. Fog up the mirror or window. Good. So, now we're going to do the same. We're going to breathe in. Try to have the same sound as you breathe in through your nose, as if you're breathing into the back of your throat, constricting it. Breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth and then close your mouth. Breathe in and out through the nose. Again. One more round. Breathe in. Breathe out. This is what I want you to practice. The moment you step on your yoga mat, kick into Ujjayi breath. And if you lose it, which often we do when we're in challenging poses, I lose it too. If I'm there and it's really challenging, my breath starts to get very shallow. Maybe I have to breathe through my mouth a few times. It's okay, but try to regroup, come back, find your breath, and try to go back into the pose with the breath being the most important thing. This is how you're going to have tremendous blissful experiences from your yoga, because you are going to be calming your nervous system. Meanwhile, you might be dripping of sweat, and you're going to be changing the entire brain chemistry just through your own breathing. It's one of the most powerful health tools we can hold on to. So I know it's going to be challenging at times and you're going to lose it. That's okay. Just come back to it. There's nothing more important than the breathing in yoga. The postures, yes, but breath is most important. It's the fuel that moves you from A to B. It keeps you present in the moment, and it keeps your attention on that breath. So even if you're starting to get exhausted and your breath starts moving faster, you can still try to keep the Ujjayi breath. You can still even if it goes faster like that, you still try to find that sound of the ocean. So again, it's like you're breathing in through the back of your throat. And if you want to practice this, start with your mouth open like you're whispering or fogging up a window. Close your mouth. And then you are practicing Ujjayi breath. When we can slow down our breath to where we have 4 breaths a minute, I know that sounds very little, but it really isn't. Like 6 breaths a minute is great, which basically means 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, or 5 in and 5 out. Think of it, it doesn't take that long. And then you automatically stimulate the vagus nerve. So I hope this was helpful, and practice your Ujjayi. And when you come to class on Sunday or whenever it is, I want you to really focus on Ujjayi. See you next time. Bye.